Beaches.
Yeah, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Joe back.
I'm back.
Can I get a round of applause, Chris? Let me get
I'm
that.
back.
No, wait.
I turned the volume down
I've
after.
been going
after
so
Can I get it,
long.
Chris? Get it. I need it.
Oh,
Come on.
and that's our podcast for the night. See you guys later.
Thank you again for joining. Oh, look at, there we go. Joseph, thank you for coming back here on a beautiful Saturday night. I've got Chris on my right with the ones and the twos who cannot control the volumes.
That was
Or
you.
the
You
music,
tried.
or the applause, or
You
the drum
jumped
band.
in and pressed all the
And I
buttons
got
without
Pat here
doing
again,
anything.
and yeah, just Pat's here. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. How are we doing, Joe? How's it feel to be back?
It's nice to be on flat ground.
Yeah,
Not
traveling all over the place.
Yeah. I'm just happy to be home.
Joe, I think you should tell everybody that crazy story because I got a little bit of it, but it was so the flight stoppage because some lady who just had a mental.
So on the flight to Seattle, Brian and I were on the same flight. Brian happened to be like up in row 10 or 11, and I was somewhere by like row 22.
You were in the back of the bus.
Yep, and I was one of the last groups, group 4, and I think maybe the last group is 5. So by the time I'm getting on, bag space is getting very. Thank you. They collected my bag. They collected my bag because at this point they said they were full. So the only people that were on there, so like everybody before that got on with their bag. I guess they assumed they would have a spot.
Yep.
So I sit down in my seat, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everything just stops. And I'm not really paying attention. But it stops for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
You mean the plane stops or what?
Like everybody get
Just
boarded
standing in the
plane.
row.
They're just standing
Got it.
in the
Okay.
row,
Got it.
not moving. And not really paying attention, but I look behind me, and all of a sudden there's just like one lady who's just like looking for a spot for her bag right near her seats, and I don't know what she was doing for so long, but eventually they had to get like a flight attendant over there to kind of be like, hey, we're going to move you off to the side. They made an announcement on the plane, had every person with a big bag take an aisle or take a spot in a seat. Everybody else got to their seats. It was so weird and chaotic. And then the pilots who had been on the plane for the last 20 minutes were like, hey, and so everybody gets seated. The girl or woman, I guess, who kind of caused the whole issue is just like walking by everyone. But like she saw a ghost. She's just like, sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Oh, jeez. So I thought she had a mental break, but it was more or less that there was just not enough room and she didn't know what to do. And then eventually everybody just had to give their bags.
The biggest reason I said there might have been something mental is because of how weird she was post.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if she had like.
Oh, I get it.
It was something weird.
Chris has a great opinion for this the baggage up on the because everybody brings a bag on the plane now. Get rid of it. Get the carry-on.
The carry-on just should go away.
Every guy thinks got to go in the bottom.
Or you can have the one item that goes in the seat.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying there's no more up top.
Yeah.
And it's free. But
Peter just wants extra headroom. Let's be honest.
Well, I wouldn't mind it. My sitting down, I'm fine. But I'm just saying, I think you would be more efficient getting people on and off planes. And I get that it's not the most efficient when people have to go and get baggage and they got to make a connecting flight. But I mean, they have to save money on time for people getting in and get off planes.
Well, most of those connecting flights, if you have a connecting flight or something, they shift your bag over to that. They know that you're on a connecting.
That's a good
flight.
call.
But
so then they just move it for you.
Yeah, move it for you. But I mean, if you're going somewhere and you're ending at that spot,
yeah,
everything should go under the plane. I mean,
yeah. Immediately when the lady says if free carry or we'll check your bag for you for free, jackpot. That's a jackpot to me.
I don't understand why. Yeah, they're so like adamant about charging you $25 to check a bag. Just add it into the price of a ticket.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I mean,
because then more people would deal with it.
On the flight that I bought to Vegas for Pat's flight, I just bought the economy ticket, and then if I need to check a bag, it's $25. But if I had just upgraded to the next ticket, it would have been like $45 or $50.
Yeah.
And you just get, it's like, I'm going to get my seat. As long as I have a seat on the plane, I don't care.
See, so me and Chris have done that before, and you absolutely feel like 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 on a cruise or like back in the day when you're in the ship and you were like the poorest people on the bottom row of the car of the ship.
Yeah.
Where like you just sit there and they wait and they're like, anybody else with these poor people on the right here, anybody, we'll take anybody. Just come up here and bring us a ticket so we can make these poor people feel even worse. And we were just like, all right, we're never doing that again. Also, I do, as a tall guy, having the aisle seat is an absolute must for me.
I do always go for the aisle seat.
Yeah, so but like with the lowest you don't get to choose your seat. That's my issue. If I get stuck in the middle, especially on the way home, that's just, and especially after a Vegas trip on the way home, I need that aisle seat. So if I need to, and me and Joe need to go bail shits again, we got the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the guy.
Yeah, I don't want a double situation on the flight back.
Yeah, we don't need one of those.
Yeah.
All right, boys, how we doing? How we feeling? Pat, you're looking a little refreshed. How was the 45 minutes away from me today?
Yeah, I was missing you a little bit.
Don't lie to me.
A little lonely.
We've got tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the official weekend start of Oktoberfest. So going to Jewel, getting a little burgers, getting the last couple grills in here. I was like, we got to get a little sixer here. I wanted to get the variety pack because they have the pumpkin in the variety pack, so I'm still probably going to try to get that. But we've got Samuel Adam Oktoberfest, and it's got a little description back here. Malt brings so much to a great beer. That's why we've developed a unique malt blend to provide a robust color, smooth, rich flavor like you. We look forward to this tradition every year. I'm not going to lie, I've kind of forgotten what an Oktoberfest tastes like. It's not bad.
Yeah, I always like their Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
it's
it's got a lot of spices to it.
Yeah, you don't want to get drunk on this. But this is a great start to a night.
I always think about the Bill Burr commercial from SNL.
Oh, I love the pumpkin one. Yeah, this.
Yeah, it's like you get some friends over, and it's like that shit that's been sitting in your fridge for forever.
Hey, Chris, how the little titty bitties looking at her?
I'm trying to figure some out.
Oh, I know you are. You're deep in the concentration here.
I am.
You're pulling the Pat Lynch, not talking for the first 15 minutes of this podcast.
Trying to.
All right, let's start with my.
Joe hasn't been on in a while. I figured I get some words in.
That's fair.
Let the man speak.
Let me get the. I know. I apologize. I'm ready to go. We got home. So this week for Chris, Pat, and I is one of the toughest weeks of the year. And so there's literally maybe 5-6 hours of sleep. I've been probably on 6 hours of sleep for the last 2 weeks with Chris. Last night we went out. Our buddy from Seattle's in. We go watch some turtle races. That'll come up in a second. That'll come up in a second.
Turtles.
Turtle. I think everybody said that at least once last night, which was tremendous. So, and then we're out till 2:30. At that point, I was already exhausted. Get everybody home, get in bed by 2:30, up at 9 because my body cannot take more than 7 hours of sleep. So I got home today after just a light work day. Get home and I lay in the bed and I'm just gonna lay here for 15 minutes. I'll be good. Woke up at 6:45. I'm like, oh, good God! Race to the shower. I'm like, well, I'm not shaving tonight. Forget about it. Quick shower. Literally spent 5 minutes trying to figure out if I was going to wear a jacket or not wear a jacket because I could not figure out the right combination of jacket to shirt.
With you decide later.
No, but I have multiple jackets, so it's like I was kind of.
He wasn't sure which one he wanted to wear.
I wanted to wear my raincoat, but my raincoat makes a little bit of noise, and it's like a vent. Like it sucks in the heat. So if I'm on the dance floor tonight, I'm on the dance floor tonight, getting it down and dirty. That heat's gonna. I'm gonna be having my own rain inside.
If I'm on the dance floor and there's heat and I start sweating, this shirt has words on it that I have not seen yet. Not seen yet. I thought I wore this on one of the hiking trails that we did, but it didn't invoke any sweat. So I still haven't had the chance to see it yet.
That's awesome. So so that's why I look like shit today, but that's okay. But so to bring this back to our favorites, one of my new favorite segments, and it's not going to probably be always an occurrence, but when we get lucky, I will definitely bring this up. So last night, I don't know. Here, let me see if I can show you guys. And we're going to stop the clip here. I'm going to put the clip in that I sent in last night. The short that I put up on YouTube that got, like 2,000 views or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But for some reason now, our shorts get like a lot of hate. And
oh, nice.
So I want to just show you, see if I can find this. Oh, I hate this. Oh, here we go. Oh man, I absolutely hate YouTube.
Mr. Anderson getting his burner
Are you going to
count
show
going
us the short that you
No, I think
yeah. So this is all I did.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. All I did. And I thought it was just kind of a cute, like, turtle races. Just, right before the turtle races. And then it went away. Maybe I held it for a second too long. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But, let me get this away again. But I took a picture of the comments that we got. These are tremendous. Okay, so first comment from MPOJ9TK9er. I hate my life. What a waste of time. In parentheses, do not recommend channel is your friend. Okay. In parentheses, do not recommend your channel is your friend. An actual report for spam might be appropriate.
What?
Okay.
And then your mother's.
Did you give that one a thumbs up?
Oh yeah, I give it a thumbs up, and I'm like, thanks for the feedback, and I gave him a couple winky wink smile faces.
Yeah,
baby. And then I got one from your mother's ass, 5137. I mean, what's the point in posting this? I don't even know what I just saw. This is just weird. And I commented, weird sometimes a good thing, and gave him a couple heart emojis.
Well, I
Killing him with kindness.
I won't lie. I saw the clip today, and I was like, interesting point to cut it right as the race is about to start.
Have them wanting more, Joseph. That's what.
Yeah, but then to never give it to him is another thing.
That's
if you want to see turtle races, get your lazy asses up and go to Big Joe's on Foster Avenue and go see the turtle races.
You're certainly not going to see it from any of Peter's recordings.
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I needed a short. I was tired, and I saw this as an opportunity, and I thought they would go quicker. It didn't go quicker, and I just went for it. I like that. I was like, this is good.
I pulled it up to show Sarah. I was like, oh, this is the turtle races, and it ran through twice before I realized it's never gonna show the turtle races, and I was like, okay.
So Joe's on the side of the commenters.
Yeah, I definitely see your guys.
Joe's like, I understand. I concur.
I mean, maybe not like calling it spam, but it's definitely like there are sometimes you're going through Instagram and it's just a clip and it's got like 3 views and you're like, what the fuck is this? What did I just watch?
Yeah.
If I was a jerk,
that got me enticed, and then I was like, oh wait,
that's how you do it, baby.
About to race, and then let me just say. There was one turtle in that race.
Oh, he's killing it. There's no point to
watching. He won everyone.
Usain Bolt of
Yes.
turtles.
Turtle number 4, please.
Beat everyone's ass, like under a third of the time. Just whooped everyone. If you got this turtle as your racer, you were guaranteed to win.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
So I was excited. I was like, "You're actually going to see this fast turtle."
Yolanda gets his dingers, baby.
Dingers. That's all she does. Hit dingers.
Was that Yolanda?
No.
Yolanda
was like the one that never got out.
Yeah, the slowest one, the big boy.
Yeah, Yolanda could not figure out which way those. Like the one time she like bolted to the end and she she's gonna get it, and then she took the right turn and it's going the other way.
Yeah, I was like, nah. You know what though? You know what I just love that that last comment though. Like, why would you even post this? And I'm like, you were entertained. You were entertained enough.
Are you not entertained?
You were entertained enough to make a comment on it. I've never commented on a video in my entire life. You were entertained enough to comment.
True.
Yeah, you're
welcome.
You literally logged into YouTube to leave a comment.
You're welcome.
I said, but it counts.
I mean, also, I'm not going to take life advice from some guy whose username is your mom's ass.
Yeah. These are the things.
90210. Sorry.
Your mom's ass is quite the philosopher of the YouTube comments. You need to recognize the importance of who this person is.
Are you able to see what other comments these people have made?
You can go look them up if you want to. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the
These are just guys who got. Sorry, Chris, I'm gonna cut you off. But they're trolls. Like not trolls, but they're just having a good time. I don't give a shit.
It's what the internet is.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trolls. They're literally like people that just go out and comment on anything. You ever see the SNL skit?
I feel like sorry, go ahead.
Do you ever see the SNL skit where they kind of parody this? They get like people that are on the
on the line.
They're on like YouTube leaving comments. Yeah, they're on the line with just leaving comments on random videos, and like one guy's like boobs, and like he's like, how do you determine how many O's you put in the word boobs? It's dependent on the size and everything. And like they get like people come out and they like punch the people in the stomach and everything. like Melissa McCarthy plays like one of the people that one of the posters is a troll, and she's like 9/11 was inside job.
Oh man.
I was like, so it's a really good skit, and then they get like Bill Hader to come out, who's like some like retired army guy, and he just punches everybody in the stomach.
Talking about boobs, there's this guy he was in the mob. He was a jewel thief, and now he runs a podcast. I forget what his name is. He is Larry something.
David.
No, Larry.
Cable guy.
Chris, you've seen him. Like he's like a prison guy who.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Larry something. Larry.
I know who Peter's talking about. He's a bald guy.
Yeah, for his 200th episode, which give us some thought, guys. He did a body positivity YouTube podcast where
I'm not getting naked on the
he was
podcast.
completely naked, and he had 2 of these. Like so, everybody in the podcast.
You just said, think about it, guys, as if you're implying that we should do something like that for ours.
200. We got 200. We need to bring in. Hey, we need to bring in the comments, Joe. So going back to the 200 podcast, there was one very attractive woman who was also naked, but it was all blurred out, of course.
Oh, what are the odds of that?
Very blurred, of course. But however, I was just kind of scrolling through the clips to see kind of what this was about.
You were trying to freeze frame it to see if you could see some boobies.
Of course, and I did.
Nice.
She adjusted up once. Perfect, like the blob, like the sensor thing stayed.
Yeah, couldn't go.
And she
Couldn't follow her up.
I was like, and you know that I don't know how this came up, but and Dave Collis was right behind me, and I was just like, I'm gonna pull down my screen right now because this is weird, and I wanted to see if that was actually what I was seeing, but Dave Collis is like right behind me, so I had to wait for him to leave, and no, the lady had a very nice nice set of boobies.
Wow.
He was talking about Larry Lawton.
Boobs.
Larry Lawton, yes. So
Boobs
episode
on YouTube.
the real deal with Larry Lawton or something, but he's got his 200th episode is positivity, body positivity. They're all naked, and you can see some boobs if you want. I think it's the 43rd.
I don't want to see Pat Lynch naked, nor does he want to see me naked. So no.
I'm glad you gave us that little nugget
Again.
because finding boobs on the internet is really hard. So you got to know where.
And
to
you
look.
got to
You know what,
you got to
though?
find a video
It's really
that you gotta,
hard.
like, you got to time it just
It's really
right.
hard to find it on YouTube.
Well, hold on now. Yes, that's
Actually,
very true.
It's not. I just saw 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
Your mom's house, yeah, where the guy waxes his asshole.
Oh, that.
What?
But then that led to. there's
Oh,
something-
yes,
there's
the lady
something
where
to
you
do
can,
with,
like, the milk
milking
pump. Yes,
your
yeah.
boobs,
But,
and
okay,
How
they're
about that
instruct-
one time you logged into Facebook and Pat Lynch had that one thing on his Facebook feed?
Or,
you ever
or
see
we got
that?
hacked.
I
Or got
don't
hacked.
know.
Pat got hacked, and they became like a porn website. And like,
Oh, really?
and
He
it
was posting like
the weirdest
porn images.
The weirdest
Yeah,
porn
they were
images.
good. It was so good.
Chris enjoyed everything. He was pretty pissed when Pat pulled it down.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
No. So okay, that's fair, Joe. But is there anything better than a surprise boob?
You're not wrong. Surprise boobage is a fantastic
Game of
thing.
Thrones out of nowhere, the blonde chick is naked now, and you're like, I didn't see this coming, but I'm pretty happy.
Listen, anytime boobs are seen, well, maybe not anytime, but 99%.
I mean, I get this. I've seen him a couple times out in the wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
randomly, just like one girl was flashing a dude at the bar in Indianapolis.
Surprise,
yeah, that was
surprise
nice.
boobs are the best.
I saw them at Murphy's Bleachers the one time.
Really?
Yeah, the girl was just flaunting them around.
Wow. I remember when we went to New Orleans like 3-4 years ago, I did not see like a single boob the whole, like,
At
I don't
all.
know how many times it was called out. That lady just flashed because
Yeah.
it was also a Mardi
Yes.
Gras. Missed so many boobs.
Yeah.
So
So
many
many.
boobs.
There were a few nice ones and a few
Not so nice ones.
Not so nice ones, yeah, for sure.
ones that were okay.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
a
saw
surprise
one
boob. Like,
pair of boobs.
I think we've talked about this at bars too. You know, like when you're at a bar and you just catch a surprise, flashing, you're like, life might be rough, but it's okay now.
Listen, yeah.
Things turn around.
Yeah,
when you see
surprise-
a
surprise
boobs.
boob is
It could
the
get
best.
better. It could
Yeah.
get better.
All right, boys. Okay, we got a list of things that we want to go through here a little bit. Joseph is back on the podcast. It's
I
nice
am.
to have So last week's numbers were pretty good, actually. We've not had numbers like that since you've been gone, Joe. But
Since you've been gone.
yeah.
Sorry.
But I think honestly, our numbers are determined based on how well I do with the lip syncing of the pod track to the video.
Really?
100%, because if it's bad,
People don't like it if it's
no, yeah, but if it's decent, and I don't know, maybe Jimmy Buffett's name in last week's title was good, but it was like the perfect syncing. The last two were not so good. So yeah, how you doing over there, Pat? You a little quiet there.
Terrific.
You're
He's
just
doing great.
Not enjoying the beer here.
I got a beer.
All right. I know this is one of Pat's favorite subjects, and we got the perfect guy on the podcast because I've wanted to be talking to Joe about aliens for a while now.
Alien.
Oh.
Did you boys see
Dude.
these aliens in Mexico? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like
Aliens.
And that, well, you know what? I'll even do. Well, listen, this is going to be the most interactive podcast ever. I'm going to throw the alien picture up.
You promised
Right
a lot
here.
of things right here.
Well, listen, I got some time to
I'll get one or two of them up.
maybe one or two. I've been okay. Last week I missed the one where I said point here and check the clip or check the clip out, but that's okay.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all. But boys, did you guys look up these aliens?
They're fake.
Holy crap, it's real. Listen, we're not the only thing in the universe. there are real aliens, and Mexico has proven it.
They've
Changed my mind.
They've proven it numerous times that these people have found more than one specimen there, and it's just like mummified children,
Guys.
and they take like animal parts and put it on these things. That's what they're doing down
They
there.
look like prototypes for E.T.'s movie. Like they were like, ah.
It looks like they're trying to sell a bunch of alien dolls.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's like
It is so
it literally
unreal.
looks like a claymation movie. It's like somebody made a claymation movie, buried these out there. Like, yeah, somebody's gonna find these, and then I'm gonna hit it big.
They stole lawn ornaments off of like a shop that
They took
around
some
Area 51.
Halloween dolls from.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you think? What is the purpose of this? Like, what are they trying? I just don't get it.
Well, we're
Like,
talking about it.
That's true.
True.
But like,
You know
what's the
The
point
US
of us?
a few months ago or like a year ago put out all that alien stuff. Mexico is feeling left out. They're like, listen, these guys have videos of flying saucers, unidentified flying objects that could be from another galaxy.
We got
we
mummies.
have the real deal, baby.
We got the motherfuckers in the room. Check this out. Thousands of years old. Hasn't decayed.
Yeah.
We did some scans. Military checked it out. It's legit.
No, but I get what you're saying there, Pat. We're talking about it, but why does Mexico want us to talk about their crappy half-assed
Well, we're
aliens?
talking about that, then like the cartels, probably, right?
That's true. Cartels,
The
just
border crossing issues.
That's a big thing in the Republicans debates. They're like, Dave won. Who's the guy who's going after Disney in Florida?
Oh,
DeSantis.
Yeah, DeSantis.
Meatball Ronnie.
Yeah, he's like,
Meatball
Dave won.
Ron.
I'm going to send SEAL Team 6 in there, some special operations. And multiple people come out and say, if you did this, it would kind of be like an act of war.
Yes, 'cause
and
you
it
can't
would
go to
not
war,
be
yeah.
good. And he's like, I'm going to do it. And it's like,
That's why he's a
It's
meatball.
It's not a good
baby.
idea. It's an act
Yeah.
of. It's an act of war. I'm gonna do it, baby.
What is the movie? What is the movie? Or is it Austin Powers if we nuke the moon? Would anybody miss it? Would anybody miss it? Would we miss it?
No, he's in a lot of trouble. His campaign's not going. They really thought he was going to be the one who could challenge Trump, and he's probably going to end up being out of this before they know it.
wow.
He can't get big funders. I think he needs like $50 million in campaign funding he needs like a $2 million a month for the next year to continue his campaign. And
Wow.
What? I'm just trying to fathom like what that entails.
That's all commercials.
That
it's advertising.
in the ether, it's just like just throwing
get
out.
your name. You got to get your name out there, dude. The TV. That's the only thing that's probably saving the cable companies, right? Is all that TV stuff.
Well, I mean, there's also like the ads are on like YouTube. And
That's true. Yeah.
Hulu, Netflix, places like that.
But yeah, he's not. I don't. And you know what it is? He thought it would come easy. He doesn't. He doesn't like to campaign. Like he doesn't.
That
he's
doesn't
not,
surprise me.
He's not interested in like the debates and the up
Why
and
would
down
you?
trail.
Yeah. Why would you want to travel all across the United States to like just random little hodunk towns to get your message
Yeah.
across?
We're
Like,
going to New Hampshire, and
He was actually Trump like posted this fake story of like he's gonna drop out and try to run for Congress because there's like an opening in Congress, and DeSantis group was like, come on, like, and it makes him look even worse. Like,
yeah. What's his face decided not to run again.
yeah,
The
Mitt
guy
Romney.
from Utah. Yeah, Mitt Romney. There we go.
Romney is
because he said he was too old.
Yeah,
What a
he's-
normal- what a
Yeah,
normal
he
guy.
was-
That's nice.
Finally, somebody figures out
Someone
that
said
72 years old is a little too old to
took
be.
the Mormons to figure it out, huh?
You know, I went to go see Hamilton today, and they talk about like how, or sing about parts of him
Rap.
establishing the U.S. government as it is and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, it would have been great. They were just like, hey, we've got like a minimum age. Let's just set a maximum
Yeah.
age
Don't
right
forget,
now.
Joe. Back
too.
then, all people died at like 50. So
I know. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like how I was thinking. I was like, how do you explain what retirement is to people who never?
die.
Yeah,
Just die.
you're like, no, you're gonna live this long, and you're gonna get paid because of all the work you did,
Yeah.
and you just get to enjoy life. But a bunch of old fucks, bag bones, are gonna be voting on life-changing things that they have no understanding of whatsoever. There's this thing called the internet. And they're going to know about as much about it as you guys know right now, and they're going to be voting
Yeah.
and making decisions
And
on
AI
stuff like
stuff.
that. Yeah,
Here's this actually brought up a good point I've been meaning to bring up.
fucking what's
So-
his name is freezing like a goddamn robot. Need to hit the refresh.
Oh
button.
yeah, Mitt McConnell.
he needs the software
Yeah.
update.
Somebody needs to reboot him.
No, what I was gonna say, I actually wanted to bring this up. Nancy Pelosi's running again, dude.
The
I
Crypt
thought
Keeper.
this
The Crypt
shit-
Keeper.
Dude, they talked about she makes a salary of like maybe $200,000, maybe a little bit more than $200,000. You know what her net worth is?
Several $100 million.
Got to be.
$250 million.
Yeah, her husband's
Look
really
at-
rich too.
Look at all.
That's insane.
That's
Look
ridiculous.
at all these like congressmen or women, congress people, senators, stuff like that. A lot of them, their net worth goes up so much
Because they
once you
can
get
play the
into
stock market
office.
very well.
Yeah,
I wonder
or
why.
they know
I wonder why.
what it's like. Yeah,
They just, evidently when you get to Congress, you just become a financial genius when it comes to the stock market.
yeah, it's so crazy how that happens.
Insane. Yeah, she
Did
needs
you guys
to.
hear about
Microsoft dropped down
Sorry,
3
this is-
goddamn points today.
This is our political talk. Did
Good,
you guys
'cause we
hear
got-
about
I got
Lauren
another one.
Bobart getting like doing a whole bunch of like stuff at her kids?
Oh yes, no, I didn't know if we were
Wait,
going to
what?
because I don't know who. If
Oh.
everybody guys know who this is.
Who?
Lauren.
All right,
She's
Lauren Bobart.
The politician, the senator or congressperson from Colorado, right?
yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait. I
from
have,
Aurora.
I have a question.
She's crazy.
She's a lady from Colorado, and her mom was claiming that her dad was a former wrestler, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know about
Never gotten that deep
Let
into
me-
Lauren
let me-
Bobart.
I don't know this
I'm-
lady is at all.
The guy's name is Stan Lane, I
I'm going to
think.
do a little Googling.
So-
Hold on. I'll be back. Keep talking.
What? Thanks, Ben. Are we allowed to keep talking?
Yes. Because I said so.
Nice.
So this lady, like Joe was saying, there's a new musical out here.
Peter, that's a lady, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's crazy.
What's her name? Hold on.
Yeah, Lauren Bobart.
There's a new musical actually I kind of want to see. It's called Beetlejuice.
Yep.
It's supposed to be really good.
She got kicked out of that.
So she went to this and was acting a fool. Like just loud, obnoxious, singing, dancing, screaming, laughing, acting like she's nobody can touch her. Because she's also just nuts. She's a nut job. And she also got caught, and there's videotape of this, with her fondling her guest lap.
So she recently
nice.
she recently got divorced.
Yes, and also she's very religious. All about she's not about the trans
A
stuff.
very
Very
conservative.
conservative.
Doesn't like abortion and all that stuff. I know that.
Very extreme right winger who she's known for saying such crazy stuff that even other Republicans are like, dude, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like she's one of the extreme examples of she
Well, on the first thing on Wikipedia, it says from 2013 to 2022, she owned Shooter's Grill, a restaurant in Rifle, Colorado, where staff members were openly encouraged to carry firearms.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Like it?
So she's at this musical Beetlejuice, recently divorced from her husband, and there's a video camera on the crowd, and the guy, her date, is literally just grabbing boob.
Love it.
Hard.
Love it.
I mean,
Nice.
I it's in black and white and it's kind of grainy, but I'm like, I can't tell if he's on top of the dress or in the dress. Like she's wearing a
Or
sort
if
of
the
like,
dress is even on.
it's like a gold in pictures. I
Yeah, it's
just
a
Googled
gold-
it now.
dude,
it's
she
like a
looked good.
gold
She looked-
cocktail dress.
I saw her getting
Yeah.
escorted out.
I didn't realize
she
how-
was a
good
Democrat
looking she was
from
looking.
2006 2008.
You want to talk? Yeah. See, and now she's
Yeah,
just.
now she's a
she's
Republican.
a crackhead. Good.
You want to talk about comments? One of the top comments I saw was like.
Just
you-
4
all
kids?
the
God
comments like, definitely representing those Republican values. Oh, she went off the handle though. Like she got kicked out because she was vaping in there, and people were complaining about.
Well, she was just acting a fool.
Yeah, and then
Ruining the show.
I mean, just the boob grabbing.
Oh, she was looking
Oh.
fine in that dress though.
This is sorry. You saying that reminded me. One of the top comments was, it's like it's amazing what a pair of boobs can do because you know how crazy she is from all the stuff she says in politics, and the dude is still just going after her. 'Cause he's grabbing boob, and she's got her hand like in his lap.
In
Double
the, in
fist,
the
like,
pants.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
double
got-
fisted.
she's got
She's-
both hands
She's
in
double
there.
fisting, bro.
Now
She's looking for
doesn't-
buried treasure.
It doesn't look like. I mean, from what I could tell, it doesn't look
Or
like
just
she's
testicular
like,
cancer.
Jacking it, but she's definitely rubbing or getting in there.
Getting in there.
Yeah.
Her hands were cold. She was trying to
Sometimes
keep them
we
warm.
might have been at a comedy show and seen some things like that.
I have.
Potentially.
I'm scarred for life.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I've seen some things like that.
Allegedly.
I've seen some
Allegedly.
things and stuff, people.
There was
There's
no
no-
vaping,
there's
so
no-
there was no reason to get kicked out.
There's no
Yes.
CTC video, grainy video that ever happened.
yeah.
Thank God. I'm talking about politics. What do you guys think of the psilocybin being legalized in Oregon?
I couldn't believe.
I didn't.
This
what?
is mushrooms.
Mushrooms are now
Oh,
legal
okay.
in Oregon.
They're,
Oh,
they
they're
didn't.
legal or they're non-criminal?
They're
They're going to be.
No, they-
Non-criminal, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's therefore legal. Yeah.
so it's not like you can buy them.
I thought
No,
Oregon.
you can't buy them.
No, it's just a medical
No,
medicinal only
it's only medical use only. You have.
for PTSD and depression.
It's like
Oh, so
it's
this
like
is going like a new level.
yeah.
Of stuff.
So it's
Okay.
like using it for therapy. and you have to like the article I read was like you go in, you
I'm
have
glad you
to
read
do
the
it with
article.
this person. Well, yeah, I had no idea.
No, it's good. No, I appreciate
I had
that.
no idea what the heck it was. So
I would definitely just be talking on my butt right now. But go
so
ahead.
yeah, you have to do it in front. You have to do it with a professional. You can't leave the place until you're completely done with your trip,
Your session.
your high, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever reaction you have.
Yep.
If you're taking like something like lithium or some other stuff, or like you're a danger to yourself, you're not allowed to like do it. Like you can't do it.
So they put like guardrails.
There's
in place
a whole bunch of
and this
guardrails.
is a whole medical thing
Yeah,
now.
which is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, like
Yep.
Colorado's approved it, but I think Colorado's not so much therapy, like it's recreational use. California had it on the docket, and I think California passed it. Oregon's a little bit more like you have to do it with like a professional type thing. And then I also read that Oregon has done a really big job of just decriminalizing all hard drugs.
Well, that's what they did. Yeah, like a year or two ago.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And people are not happy with it.
So that's why I was confused about this because I was like, everything's decriminalized.
Issues there because of it, or is it?
Yeah, they have huge unemployment, or they have
they-
huge like cities. Portland's like a huge problem with drugs,
But they think, yeah,
homelessness.
the people don't like it because they thought decriminalization would like make it less people doing it, and it would open up to more people seeking out, like getting help, treatment, stuff like that. And it just seems like people are coming there doing drugs because
They can.
you're not getting.
Okay. Well, you know what? You got. And then that gives theory back to everybody said, because I have the thought that I'm kind of on the mind of just legalize everything, and if Oregon is showing that that's not working, that changes. I think that should change a lot of people's minds, because hey, listen, it can't just be because there are countries who do it and they do it well, but depending on maybe the rules aren't great. But
I don't know what the rules are for anything besides the mushrooms. But I mean, if this mushroom thing kind of works, you would imagine that you could probably do it with other ones or other drugs.
It's for PTSD.
Depression to PTSD, mental health issues.
Yeah, it's like mental health. So
just
like,
giving it another option, because they say that for like people, for soldiers, it really does help a lot.
yeah, it helps you like compartmentalize and like kind of like rationalize it. Like it's almost like a reset for your whole entire thing. Like you go through like all these things while you're on this trip, and then like helps you get past it.
What kind of high or like reaction do you get from mushrooms? Do you hallucinate?
Yeah,
exactly.
So, you kind of like
you see like you ever see like the Disney movie with the pink elephants or Fantasia.
Yeah,
that's supposedly again. I've never done a drug.
This is like the thing. Is this the same as acid? Is this where acid
almost
comes
like
from?
acid?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, acid.
Similar.
There's
It's like a natural.
similar.
It's like a natural.
Yeah. You're supposed to get like Mark. The only drug like now one of the only drug Mark Normans does is he shrooms a lot, and Joe Rogan used to micro shroom a lot too, and supposedly it's supposed to make you like just your inhibitions go away. You're just a much more calm.
This is not like ayahuasca either, because that's also hallucinogen.
That is, but
isn't
that's
it?
like a quick trip. Like that's
that's a different thing.
That shoots you shoot off a rocket. You have an experience, and it's a profound experience.
Oh,
and
that's
it's-
like a
where mushrooms are definitely more of a
to your Achilles and just move on with life.
Got it. Okay.
yes.
Interesting.
But yeah, so that and again, it has been. There's some studies that have shown it, and I mean it's worth a shot.
I hope it's productive in what it's aiming to do, because that'd be great.
And again, mushrooms are grown on cow shit. Like at least that's what I've heard. And I think there's more natural than
maybe not the ones that people are eating, but
yes.
yeah, they come
but,
everywhere.
But it's more natural.
occurring.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But,
So-
but that's not helping the greenhouse effect, man. Methane from cows is killing us.
But that's what they're saying. So I mean, it's better than cocaine, heroin, what is it, the mollies, things like that.
Oxycodone.
Yeah, fentanyl, all that shenanigans. Dude, you got to be so careful. With who's talking about this?
It's an easy way to just not do. Well, never mind. I
Yeah.
feel like that's.
Well,
like
a lot of people get hurt. with
I
oxycodone
forget.
stuff.
What the hell is his name? The guy from Gas Digital. He's bald. He's Hispanic. He's a comedian. He's boxed Ellis before.
I don't know. Anything.
Carlos Mencia,
No,
I don't think anything you're just saying.
I'm trying to think of.
Joe Rogan.
He was on Joe Rogan recently.
He's a Hispanic
Yeah, he's bald.
James Rogan.
comedian.
Yeah, he was recently on Joe Rogan. I forget his name right now. But he's got a kid, and he's talking about jokingly talking about how he would because he used to do cocaine once in a while. And he's like, now, like as a father, you had to teach your kid how to test his cocaine for fentanyl first before he does it.
Oh God!
And I thought it was a pretty good joke. I'm like, because that's an honest truth, though.
Wait, what is the joke? Yeah, because there's probably a nugget of truth in there.
Yeah, well, no, because every time you do cocaine now, you have to test for fentanyl first.
How do you?
You take a scoop and then you run it through. Like that's when you go to like festivals, these festivals will test your drugs for free for you for fentanyl.
And what does he say the way to do this is?
Well, no, so he was just joking, like
Actually, I bring these things
as you grow up, as you bring your kid up. Like you got to teach them the ways of the world. You know?
Oh, okay,
like
you could see
like testing your cocaine for fentanyl.
Yeah, you see it in movies. Like people will test like the cocaine just for like in
Purities
old
and
movies.
stuff.
Yeah, for purity.
But so if
it's caught with anything or whatnot,
things.
yeah.
So it's an approachable thing to do. It's just really easy.
Well, yeah, when you go to festivals and stuff like that, like they'll test them for you.
Did you guys talk about Burning Man?
Oh,
Yeah,
a little bit,
Peter
yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. But it's like so you get the sensationalized media on it. And it was like, oh my God. And then you actually hear some real stories like once, because it dried up pretty quickly and they were able to do like the last 5 days, no problem.
The only thing I really saw out of it was a bunch of people trying to leave, a bunch of people having issues, some protesters getting put down by the cops. They were not having it.
Well, because when people were trying to get in, they blocked the roads.
And then the only other thing was during the mass like flooding that occurred post rain. There was like a Dodge SRT pickup truck that just ran through the whole thing, and they're like, if that's not a commercial for all-wheel drive and that car or that truck, this is the only car making it through anything, and it's hauling a big old RV thing on the back.
Yep.
They're like, I'm gonna buy that truck. I'm gonna have no issues the rest of my life.
Yeah, I don't think pickup trucks are having a hard time getting sold right now.
That is very true. Yeah.
Talking about sensationalization, did you guys watch any of the prison escape? I put the guy's name in there.
I did not.
I forget
actually.
where was he was in
Pennsylvania. I think.
Pennsylvania, yes.
Yep.
Yes, you're right, because the guy stole a Philadelphia Eagles sweater, and the governor of the state said, if the guy who got his sweater stolen, let me know, we'll get you a new one. But dude, I think it's so crazy how much media coverage was on that.
Well, I mean, it is a bit insane
How he got out.
someone escaped. Like, think about when it happened here in Chicago, how much it was on TV. But yeah, then this guy. So not only does this guy like crab walk up a wall that somebody else did before, dive through. Now they added barbed wire, got through that, escaped. Now he jumped to multiple different areas, cleaned himself up, got multiple vehicles, got a gun. Dude was incredibly capable of doing this stuff.
You know what he survived on?
Watermelon.
Watermelons, yeah.
Really?
And when he would take a dookie, he would bury it so they couldn't find. He was trying to hide his tracks.
Yeah.
Dude was,
I mean, I think the problem is like when you escape like that, it's like at some point you're gonna be like you're on the run the whole time. Like you can't. You just get exhausted.
That's what he said. He the nature, all that stuff was not hard for him at all. It was the constant pressure and the ever-growing police force.
Vigilant.
I mean, that's why there's so much coverage too.
To just watch out for everything.
Yeah, he thought he realized that they would be on his, but he didn't realize they were at all times were probably pretty much 15 feet away from him.
I mean, there's so much coverage too because they want to publicize those guys out there. To keep an eye out for them.
I mean, they found him on the ring camera. They're like, here he is, clean shaven. He's changed. Yeah. Now he changed out of that. He's wearing a t-shirt. Here he is with a t-shirt. Like they were on top of it.
Yeah, I know. I also didn't like that the police round him up and then took pictures with him. Like he's in handcuffs. He's bloody.
That I heard that got some hype, but it's like.
What are we doing?
They did listen.
It looked like a high school. Let's all get in the gymnasium. Everybody get up on the top of this row. Everybody get on top of this row. Let's bring this bloody guy out here and parade him around.
Damn right, man.
I am.
They just honestly just
set an example, man. They should have stuffed him on a.
I'm not mad at it. I don't find any issue with it. This is the team or the set of police that found this dude after multiple days. It's a moment to be proud. Maybe, I mean, I don't know if it went farther than just posing for the photo, but it's a tale as old as time. You caught the guy, you caught the bad guy, you take a photo with him.
But here's the thing I think on that is, first
we
of
ain't
all,
gonna need the body cams for this next part, baby.
That's what I'm saying. If it went somewhere like that,
but
not about it.
Okay, but what are we cheering? First of all, this guy should never gone out of jail, so he got out of jail. That we're not talking about that. Secondly, you know how much this cost the state?
We're cheering the fact that
for the 2 weeks of
Gotta celebrate the wins.
2 weeks of 24-hour surveillance and making sure this guy did. You're talking
Millions.
$20 to $50 million out of the budget.
I love it.
Listen, it's better that it's on this guy and celebrating that we caught him than the fact that most prisons don't have air conditioners and these guys are fucking dying from heat, and that this is now the second time that someone escaped that very same prison the exact same way.
Yeah.
So, but hey, take the wins we
We only talk about the W's here.
Tell me the W.
Does he go back to the same prison or a different one?
Oh no, that guy's never going to see the light of day.
Yeah, they're sending him back to the same one. He's gonna go.
There's
he's
a
gonna
hole
go 3
that
for
they're
3.
digging him right now.
Yeah. They're going to bury him up to his neck.
I am curious, like, what the protocol is on that. Like, hey, you escaped this prison.
Yeah, usually
now
go-
we're putting
usually
you
go-
No. He'll never.
Usually
Like,
go to high intensity, higher security
Yeah.
prison.
oh yeah, and
He's
you're-
going to
you're-
Guantanamo,
Yeah, 23
baby.
hours in a cell. Let's see here. You know, I thought this
That
was
is a bit of a merit card as a prisoner, though. Like, dude, I escaped prison once. Kind of a big deal.
You know, what kind of sucks. Like, you got to imagine he's like, "Ellie, I'm free. I'm
I got to
free."
taste that
and then
outside
he
world.
got like he didn't get like 2 seconds to enjoy it probably at all.
No.
Well, you'll never
listen.
get-
Not mad about that. Guy's still a piece of shit.
No, I get
Let's
that, but
make
think about,
very
like,
What was
clear.
he in
like-
prison for originally?
He murdered.
He
his
murdered
girlfriend.
someone else.
and he also murdered somebody. He came from Brazil, and he murdered somebody in Brazil.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Not a
The
great guy.
second murder happened because someone found out about the first murder, and so he killed the second.
See, that's
person
unusual.
to
Usually they
prevent-
would deport him a lot of times.
Oh no, because he would have been deported if he had not killed somebody
Or
in
if he
the
gets,
United States.
or if he gets
Yeah.
like parole or something, he would be deported then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, immediately, and then he'd go. Yeah, but he'll never. He's done. Oh, he's done.
Yeah, so, like some places won't send you back because maybe like Brazil doesn't have like a stringent like
it's not a crime
laws.
there.
Yeah.
They're not going to enforce it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and or he can buy his way out of prison. Where the United States is like, we're not letting him
Yeah,
out.
you ain't going anywhere. Buddy.
Where like France may not send somebody back
Because of
here
the death penalty. or
because of the
something,
death penalty, and they want to guarantee you're not going to kill that person.
Well, let's keep this negativity feelings here. Do you guys see that? How sad is that stuff in Libya?
yeah. I didn't see this.
Oh,
All
man.
I
11,000 people were killed. So and I don't know what this has to do with climate change or whatever, but they had insane flooding from some unbelievable rain that caused 2 dams to break and just wiped
So
out.
while they're getting massive floods,
Yeah.
these dams that hold up insane amount of water both break, and then you can't even say all hell breaks
So it's kind of like,
because hell had
a
already
New Orleans
Yeah.
kind of situation
loose.
to a
Yeah.
degree. Then?
It just like, oh, dude, I feel so
It's
bad.
awful.
Kind of like a
And
Hurricane Katrina, but without the warning. kinda
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, yeah. No, it's true. Yeah. Because they didn't. I don't know. Here's the thing. And the dams, if they would have just had routine maintenance, would have held up. But again, unfortunately, Libya's a poor country. It's has some real difficulties on its own, and yeah, it's just oh my god, dude. I
Through a
just
lot politically.
holy crap. And you look at these, and it's
Feel.
like these poor people will never be the same. Like that whole region will never be. And then the 11,000 have died. They're missing another 10,000 people. Just
Yeah.
no idea.
It's crazy. It's a bummer for sure.
Yeah, this is pretty
yeah.
nuts.
And whatever you think on climate change, a little bit of this is changing because like they've never had historic flooding like this.
Yeah.
But again, at least recent times, like at least when they've been recording weather history, they haven't had.
I mean, they say the storm hit other countries, and like Libya obviously had more of a crumbling infrastructure. looks
Yeah.
like.
Yes, exactly.
It affected a lot of people, but the reason Libya is being talked about is the fact that it also broke the 2 dams and then further.
Yeah, I mean, just 11,000 people died,
Yeah.
and then you hear how some of these people survived. Ooh, God, those stories.
It's like the tsunamis, like when the tsunamis went there, was it Japan or something like that, or
yeah.
where was that? No,
Mhm.
Japan, but like that's kind of like though, like there's no warning for that, nothing you do about that. It's just like
Actually, aren't the tsunamis where like the water gets pulled back like 3 miles into the ocean?
and then it kicks forward.
Usually,
Yeah. And so people are like, "Oh my God, look at all these like seashells over here," and then it's like, "Uh-oh." You
Yeah.
gotta run.
Well, I mean, they have
Uh-oh.
they have warning systems in place, but yeah, it's
yeah,
like
not,
there's
well,
only so many places
it's
you
really
can,
not that smart.
go.
Some people are just not smart enough to listen to the warnings.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay, last little topic I thought was very interesting so 2 things I thought were interesting about this story. One was a pig's kidney was placed into a human, and that it worked for 2 months.
Talk to them when you get a liver.
Yeah.
Fair.
Very fair point. And I thought that was like, that's super interesting. Like they're thinking that they maybe be able to farm animal organs.
I'm guessing you probably have to have anti-rejection medicine like you would, and you get something else organ anyways.
Yeah, I didn't get deep into the studies because here's the other really interesting part of this was they used it on a individual who was brain dead that donated it, so if they can keep this person alive, they're brain dead, completely alive minus being brain dead, and they experiment on this individual's body.
That's kind of fucked up.
You know,
Isn't that super interesting?
I've never heard that, but if I ever got to that point, that's a great
Way to
Just keep your ass.
You
on
you
the
basically
ventilator?
have a human functioning body that's just like, it's like a computer in sleep mode. It's
Yeah.
running, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You're just making sure everything's functioning. You can test all the functions. It's just that there's no CPU in there to, command anything to do anything. So yeah, on a thing like that, you're like, hey, is traffic still flowing? Is everything still?
Yeah, dude,
That's really interesting.
I thought that was so crazy that somebody you could in your will you can donate your body to science and say, hey, however I go, please use my body for
Well,
science.
that's how you see the body fields they have out there somewhere. Like there's one place that you
Yeah,
go-
criminal. Yeah.
Yeah, they see
Yeah,
how your
but-
body decomposes with certain
But
elements.
Normally you hear it post-death. This
Yeah.
is a person who technically is still
Well, his body's alive, but his brain's dead.
considered, yeah, but completely non-functional. Yeah, that's so
And think
interesting.
about it. What if that person, they keep that person alive long enough that they figure out how to fix his brain?
That's
How crazy
his
that
body
be?
would probably pretty
Would he
fucked up
start
at that point.
oinking?
Would he really like to roll around shit?
I thought that was such an interesting story. So,
That's
but that's
incredible. Yeah.
But I thought that they were cloning, or they were doing something where they were taking human organs and they were able to grow them in like pigs or on like they grew like an ear on
They've
a.
grown organs on
Yeah.
animals. I think right now all of it is still very early stages.
Yep.
And so they're just kind of testing the waters for a lot of it. Because,
Yeah.
they've grown ears on mice and stuff like that. They've tried printing human tissue. That's a thing. But I think so far it's all pretty far away that, hey, let's see if we can get some animals.
They can technically clone a human, and they were thinking they're going to clone humans for organ harvesting. So at some point that could potentially happen. That's kind of crazy thought.
Yeah, let's clone Pat Lynch.
What if they just put a bunch of animal parts in one man and created the animal?
Oh
Rob
Schneider.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's so good. It's the dumbest movie ever, but it's so
not.
good.
It's really not.
That movie, I remember going to see that with my mom and my sister at the Norwich
Oh yeah,
movie theater.
those were the movies back in the day, bro. Those are the comedies that we all saw.
And that scene where he's like, just before he dies, or not dies, but like
Yeah.
he has the accident and he's falling down the mountain. My mom found that so funny. She was laughing for like 10 minutes. She was just crying because it just kept happening. It was like a Monty Python skit. We were like,
Oh yeah.
oh, thank God I'm done. And then his car would keep rolling and then he's done. But now there's boulders coming down. Dude, I got uncomfortable. My mom was laughing so hard and long at that scene.
Her and Tom Segura would
It's not
be
that funny.
Her and Tom Segura would be good friends.
Oh yeah.
Here's a funny part. Did you see the most recent Two Bears One Caves? Have you seen how good Bert looks?
No.
He hasn't had a drink in I think it's probably now. I think it's over now. I think September
Probably
15th.
30 days or something.
Yeah,
like
and he's
that?
been on keto. Dude, he lost like a good amount of weight. He looks pretty good.
They probably just always for his water weight, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. But I think the doctors told him he needed to
Well,
on the sauce.
during his tour for the movie The Machine, he was doing a lot of stuff. People were actually commenting on his videos and other videos like, "Hey, Bert looks really, really bad.
Oh, yeah, he looks terrible.
Really bad. He's puffy. He's red. He's this. He's that." And then he threw an opening pitch shirtless at some baseball game, but his gut was so big.
Oh yeah, it's
They got a
insane.
photo of it, and he's like, "I didn't really like." That was the low
Yeah.
point for him. It was not the drinking. There was some comments that like got him a little bit worried, but his gut was like the thing. And he's like, "I gotta stop. I gotta change this."
Well, he also but then he did the Bert Comedy Fest.
Oh yeah,
And that's where he looked. Dude, people were like actually concerned for him.
yeah.
And so that's why and his doctor said, hey, something's got to change. So that's why he went on keto and quit drinking for a month. And,
Interesting. No, I haven't seen him. I'm curious to see him
Yeah, take a look at that last podcast. It's pretty
because
good.
he was saying he'd been working out before all that
Yes.
stuff. So
Yeah.
if he's healthy now or like getting healthier, that'd be good to see.
The problem is like, can you keep it up long term with the maintaining a
It's-
normal
but that's
drinking?
every single person.
Yeah.
Me and Chris go through this. We go the ups and the downs so often. Right now we're pretty much all carnivore, and I'm down. I'm down. And but as soon as I literally it would take less than a month for me to lose everything that I've gained in 2 months, like less than 2 weeks, honestly.
Oh yeah.
All right, Chris, how you doing, buddy? A little quiet over there. little tired?
Tired.
How about we get some football tips out here?
Tiggle bitties?
Did you have a win last week at all?
I did. The Baltimore Ravens saved the Tiggle Bays. I went 1 for 2.
What about Joe? Did his hit?
I had the
He
Washington
did
Commanders.
hit. Yeah,
Yes.
they
Okay, so Joe is 1 for 0. Chris is 1 for 3.
1 for 2, sir.
Didn't you hit 3 though? No.
Yeah, and I lost
Oh.
2 and won 1.
Okay, 1 for 2. Good
I
call.
can't go for 1 for 3 if I didn't have 4.
You for being tired. You're right on top of this.
My math is always good.
He tried to slip that one past you to see where.
All right, number 1 is the Packers are 41-26 against the spread under Matt LaFleur, which is a 6-12 win percentage, the best mark in the NFL since 2019. Minimum 40 games coached. Atlanta is a 1 point favorite at home.
I think the line opened up like 2.5, so it's come down to 1 now.
Really?
Yeah,
I have Atlanta pretty high in our picks, or not Green Bay pretty high in our picks.
I don't trust
Green Bay.
Atlanta.
I don't trust Atlanta either.
I don't trust Green Bay yet either.
Yeah, but I don't
But
like
Green
their
Bay's
quarterback,
defense is their quarterback's not that great in terms of
No,
Mm-mm.
no, yeah. We'll see.
Okay.
Atlanta. Number 2.
though. Pat just doesn't like Green Bay, and I get it, but
Well, I just don't. I mean, the Bears played so bad. Like,
Yeah, but their
or
defense,
did the Green Bay page just that good?
no, the Bears are pretty bad.
No, the Bears' offense is pretty bad.
Blown coverages left and right.
And what is it? The Falcons' offense is much better. So,
No, yeah, it's gonna be a real shit game.
number 2 is 5 straight Seattle Seahawks games have gone under the total.
Okay,
They're
I need
playing
that
Detroit,
one.
right?
I need to
Over-
win because Alabama effed me this week.
They're
The
playing Detroit,
over/under
right?
is 47, and they're
Detroit?
playing at Detroit.
Ooh, I don't know if Detroit. I like Detroit's offense though. Okay.
But yeah, but
47's a lot.
they got under. They scored like what 23 in that opening
They
game
scored
against.
16 and 17, right? Against.
No, they had like 21, and Kansas City had 20, right?
I thought it was 7. I thought no, 'cause they scored. So I just wanted.
Yeah.
'Cause they did a defense touchdown. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Somebody mute his microphone.
Somebody, Pat diving in, baby.
And
This is so riveting, guys. Please continue, please.
And my last one, Joe, so I don't bore you anymore, is the Saints past 9 games with extra rest have gone under the total. The over/under is 39.5. I don't know if you touched that one.
Wait, hold on.
you
I
did
have a question
go
about
ahead,
that last
Hold on.
one.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead, Joe. Sorry, please.
So you said with extra rest.
So they're playing on Monday night, so
You wanna
they
go
played
get the burgers
Sunday,
filled
so
up?
they get an extra day of
Oh,
rest.
they get okay. Now I understand.
So they're going under, and they play. God, I can't remember who the hell they play. Pat,
they played the Panthers.
thank you. On Monday night.
So you like the under, and you just don't touch it. But that's
I wouldn't-
typical bitty.
I-
Let's take the under.
To take the under, but I mean personally, I probably wouldn't touch that one. I feel like they're pretty spot on that one.
Yeah, 39
I think somewhere around like 40 is the
average on those.
yeah. I
Okay,
feel
so
like
it's take Green Bay to take Green Bay in the points.
take Green Bay, and the points to the win because they're the underdog.
Take the Detroit under.
Take the Detroit under, and then if you're going to and you want to feel a little spicy, take the under in the Saints Panthers game.
Okay, I like that. That's some good old titties right there. You know, talking about titties on this podcast, loving it, baby.
Gotta love
Joe,
Love surprise.
Chris, what do we need from Joe right now?
We need the Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week.
Live edition.
And it's coming from.
And we're going down to Tampa Bay.
New York. The New York Giants are going to win against the.
Arizona Cardinals
Arizona.
on
That's
the
a good
road.
one. You know where we messed up this year? We didn't do a survivor pool.
Oh, we didn't. But that's on Pat. Pat brought that up last year. We got to blame Pat for that one again.
We should have definitely done a survivor pool. That's okay.
Why don't we just start now?
We could definitely do that. All right,
we're
so
only
we're one
one
week
game out.
That's true. All right, so
I got the. I'll take my New York Jets.
okay,
Or
Giants.
Giants, not the Jets. But
Yeah, the
Jets are
Jets.
in some
So
hot
how about
water.
that?
I kept winning. I kept winning last year.
How sad was
Aaron Rodgers tearing his Achilles.
4 plays into the game?
Not really sad.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
That sucks a fat dick. But they won.
They did win. And you know, you want to hear a crazy story about that?
Oh, I have a dark joke.
Don't be shy now.
Listen, there's. No,
Go ahead. Oh no. So you know what's crazy?
so we have 2 reasons to never forget.
in Green Bay, I think it's Green Bay, there was a bar that if the Jets lost, you didn't have to pay your bar tab. And and Aaron Rodgers, as soon as he went out, people
Flooded that bar.
Flooded that bar. Like, just, and then
the punt return.
and then they were live. The news crew was live there, and you could see these people looking at their tabs, and they're like, "Oh my!" Like there's
The bartenders are looking at the tabs like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
The people on the other side of the bar are like, "Oh my god!"
Awesome. Okay, Pat. So we're gonna do a survivor poll starting week 2 here. So think about the games.
Joe is taking the New York Giants
over Arizona.
It's also my lock of the century. Of the week.
of the week.
I think I'm going to.
I'm gonna go wee.
Nice.
I'm gonna go way. I think I'm gonna take. Oh, this is a tough week. I didn't like any of these this week. You got one, Pat, yet, or are you still thinking?
I'd like to take the Philadelphia Eagles over the Minnesota Vikings.
Nice. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's real good, Pat. Real funny. I think I'm gonna take Buffalo over
The Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders. I think Buffalo needs a win this week. Should have got one last week, but it just didn't happen.
I'm going to take the rare, stupid move of taking the San Diego Chargers. Going across country to beat the Titans.
I thought about that one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Trying to get booted out of the Survivor Pool earlier this year.
I'm going to take the 49ers over the Rams.
And
Okay.
So we got the G-Men, the Bills, the Niners, and the Chargers.
Nice. Okay. Thank you, Chris. And I will post all that tomorrow morning, ladies and gentlemen. So check us out on Sundays on the S&P podcast.
Where people post all the good stuff.
Yes, Twitter at Podcast S&P on Sunday mornings for our Tittle Bitty picks and Joe C. Lock of the Century to make a little money on the weekend. We all could use a little extra money. All right, boys. My favorite segment of this podcast every week is the feel good stories.
Oh, baby.
Gives you a little, feels like the world's got a little bit of a heart in it.
Until Pat brings it back down.
Or he asks questions. All right. 12-year-old saves man who passed out underwater. Credits CPR learned from what TV show do you think? It's a really more recent
12-year-old
Netflix
now, huh?
t-shirt. Yep.
No idea.
Stranger Things.
Fair enough.
I remember that being in CPR in
Yep.
there.
I've never seen Stranger Things, so I would never have guessed it.
Well, good for that kid. I don't know CPR. You guys be screwed.
Oh, I would be too.
I'd
should.
break your
We
ribs.
should take that time and go and get CPR.
I have an
trained.
idea of how to do it, but I probably
I'll
break
give Chris
your
mouth
ribs.
to mouth any day, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go. Old wind turbines are repurposed into footbridges capable of supporting 3,000
Don't
tons.
wind turbines freak you out?
What?
Don't the wind turbines freak you out?
Wind turbines are being repurposed though into footbridges capable of supporting 30,000 tons. That's pretty cool. That's a good way to instead of reusing those instead of just dunking them.
How would you make? I'm sorry, but how do you make them into footbridges?
Probably melt it down and reuse the steel.
Something
Okay.
like that. Long lost sketch by landscape master John Constable found an old suitcase.
Ooh.
I don't know who John Constable is, but it looks like a pretty nice picture.
Is it the sod father?
It could be Sodfather. I don't know what that means.
There's a sod father in the NFL.
Oh, this is cool. The Pennocock River in Maine sets record for Atlantic herring and salmon runs.
Nice.
So
Can you repeat the name of the river?
Pennocock River.
Can you put more emphasis on the last part of that?
Ooh, lithium discovered in crater in Nevada could be the biggest deposit ever found.
Oh, wow.
There's a huge deposit in...
Africa, Congo, right?
No. There's a huge deposit in Maine, I think. Or somewhere on the East Coast. But it's the nature there.
But Bernie Sanders will not allow it to be dug up.
The nature rules are so strict there, they'll never be able to do
I
it.
guess we know where the
That's
migrants
crazy.
are going to be working.
Rescue removes 5,000 pounds of concrete to rescue kitten from storm drain. That's pretty nice.
Oh, wow. 5,000.
5,000
Wow.
pounds of
That's a lot
concrete.
of
That seems,
concrete.
yeah.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a shit ton of concrete.
Wow, this is really nice. Bank decides it should have prevented dementia depositor from getting scammed, so it restores entire life savings.
There we go. What a bank. What bank was that?
Yeah, we should get
It's
the
not
bank
Chase
on
Bank,
this.
I'm going to guess.
No. Oh, of course it's in Australia.
The Bank of
National
Australia.
Bank Depositor. Let's see. ANZ Bank.
I've heard of them.
That's awesome. Okay, let me give you one more, and we'll get out of this. Well, this is kind of nice. We'll just throw this one in here real quick. You can watch a heroic bystander jump into a river to rescue a little girl getting swept away in a river.
Nice.
It's kind of nice.
Good man. Or woman.
We actually talked about this. Psychedelic drugs may be able to treat brain injuries, stimulate new neurons to replace impaired ones.
Ooh.
That's
So maybe-
pretty awesome.
They give this guy a pig kidney. Maybe give him a couple psychedelic drugs. See if
that can boost the system, baby.
maybe start zonking or something. Oh, too soon. Sorry, guys. All right, last one. Let's see here. See if I get a good one for you. Oh, this is good. Inspired Youth pulls 2.6 million pounds of trash from an Indonesian river.
What a
hero.
kid. What a kid.
Insane.
How much trash is in that river to begin with? Good Lord.
Good
Well,
Lord.
I'll tell you what. There's 2.6 million less of it now.
You let him know, Joe.
You're welcome. You're
Crazy
welcome.
stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on this beautiful Saturday Night podcast. We got the burgers on the grill. We got the beers on the table. We're looking to have some fun at some live music tonight. Joseph, God, is it good to have you back. Chris,
Happy to be
you're
back.
doing your thing, and then there's Pat.
And Pat's here.
Do me a favor. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Podcast SMP. Email my boy Pat at the SMP podcast at gmail.com.
If I may add, throw in some comments.
Oh, please.
Get my boy back on. Keep
him-
warrior
keep-
over here.
keep him hot and bothered.
Keyboard warrior over here defending our honor. I want to see a throwdown.
Listen,
in the comment section.
All I do is listen. You're only gonna get nice. You'll hear from us on the podcast. You're only gonna get nice views or nice comments from us on YouTube. But feel free to keep the comments coming in so we have the beautiful beginning of this segment. Enjoy yourself. Hey, like my buddy said, there's no party like a pregame party. But keep yourself safe and enjoy your week, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy Mexican
yes.
Independence.
Yeah, not Cinco de Mayo though.
No.
I know
Cinco de
it's
Mayo is
not.
not next to Independence
Cinco
Day.
de Mayo and I believe it's Mexican Independence.
Yes, they're different.
Yeah.
And this is Mexican Independence Day.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
terrific. Bye.
Cinco de Mayo's in May, buddy.